Hi, I'm Jeff Bogle, dad of 2 teen daughters, writer and photographer.
I'm Mallory, I'm 13 and I'm going to 8th grade.
And we're proudly partnering with Dove Men Plus Care to talk about how to help teens confront racism.
One way I'm trying to help is by posting positive messages on my Instagram and attending protests and rallies, but I know there's so much more to be done.
Yeah, there is, but I'm so proud of you for what you're doing and using your voice. But yeah, there is a lot more that can be done. And I have 3 ways that I'm trying to help teach my kids how to confront racism. The first is about supporting Black-owned businesses. Now, I know you recently went to a Black-owned business festival, right? Mm-hmm. And made some purchases and learned about some of the struggles that historically Black-owned businesses have faced. They don't get a lot of the funding historically that white-owned businesses do, which makes it both harder to start and then thrive in business. And as our teens are growing up and opening bank accounts and getting debit cards and making their own purchasing decisions, I'm trying to help teach my kids about the power that is within, that they have as a consumer and the choices that they make about where they spend their money, and that we can spread it around in our community among different businesses that are owned by people of color to help keep them in business and help them thrive. So the second thing that teens can do is to confront racism at school. And now this is a little trickier and can be uncomfortable, but I wanted to ask you, if you going into 8th grade and as you go into high school, because I know you feel strongly about this, if you hear something in a friend group or in class or at the lunch table that is really questionable at best, how would you handle that?
Well, so first I would try to pull the person aside and ask them if they knew what they were saying, and if they didn't, I would try to educate them a little more on it and just try to teach them to be careful of what they're saying. The
meaning of the words and how much weight that carries. Would you would pull them and so you wouldn't do that like in a group setting, you'd try to like have a one-on-one conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I would try that, but if there are other people near them that like agree or have said other things like that, I would address the whole group.
Are you comfortable? Like that takes a lot of bravery. Like, I mean, personally, I struggle in situations like that. I mean, you would be good doing that and standing up for...
Yeah, I think I would...
That's awesome.
Be...
The third thing I'm doing to help my kids confront racism is to teach them about white privilege. And some of the best way that and you've probably seen this on social media too, about how that's described, is that white privilege doesn't mean that your life wasn't hard or won't be challenging in the future. It just means that your skin tone or the color of your skin isn't a contributing factor to the difficult times or the challenging things that you'll face. So one of the things I'm trying to do is to teach my kids about that, about how they're going to face things, similar things that people of color, teens of people of color are going to face, but that the way the world reacts to those challenges and hardships and reacts to them is dramatically different. It's just to understand how much privilege that we have because of the color of our skin and how others aren't afforded all of the same opportunities as they move through life. So those are the 3 things that we're trying to do here in this house. If you have any ideas about how you're confronting racism with your teens, please leave a comment below. Thanks very much for watching.